Metal Driver here, and today I am doing another Elite Legends review, and this time it is Series 20 Triple H. On the side we see an image of Triple H, and we see another image on the back, along with some information and the rest of the figures that are in this wave. Alright, before we go any further, you fine folks have been acknowledged. And with all that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a closer look at the game. And here we see a full look at the Cerebral Assassin. We see the nice shirt that he is wearing, and he comes with a few other accessories that include gripping hands that feature taped up fingers, nice detail on there, and then the right hand has a taped up palm, and a spray can, which I'm not quite sure why we get this. The only time I can think of Triple H using spray cans was in 2006 when he reunited with Shawn to reform D-Generation X. So, before that, when did he use this? Does someone know? Let me know in the comments if you know if Triple H used a spray can in 99 and 2000. I don't think so. I'm willing to guess that this was supposed to be a water bottle, but they included this instead. But if I'm wrong, let me know. And then we get this silver chainmail shirt, which is not brand new. We did get that with the Ultimate Edition Triple H. Now this one right here is from the first version, the first release I should say. I don't have the re-release Greatest Hits version, so I don't know if it's different. But with the original Ultimate, it's got that black wash, which looks nice, although I gotta say, I kind of prefer the all-silver one instead. That's just my preference. And then we get this Soft Goods Triple H shirt that he wore in the late 90s. I like this. It's nice to have this t-shirt because it reminds me of WrestleMania 2000, one of my favorite wrestling games on the N64. He has that shirt in that game. I like the printing on the image, the H's. This, I think it's supposed to be blood, right? It's dripping like it is. So it's nice. It's got a good material. There's Velcro on the back. Now, I don't think this is going to stain the figure. Most of these type of shirts, especially the ones that have this lighter bottom, they don't stain the figures, but it has happened before with the Ultimate NWO Macho Man. So let's go ahead and check. Yeah, I don't see any stains as I expected, but it's always nice to be safe than sorry, considering I've had a lot of experiences with stained figures. Looking at the head sculpt, this is not brand new. We have seen this before with the Ultimate Edition Triple H, as well as that Jeff Hardy 2-pack, and I believe a basic Showdown 2-pack, so not a new head scan. It is a good one to use for this version of Triple H from the late 90s, early 2000s, so I can't really complain there. Paint, for the most part, looks good. The eyes are painted well, the eyebrows, the lips, the facial hair, all look good. I like the color of the hair. I do believe it's just one solid color. I don't think there's any additional paint. Looking at the torso, this is not a brand new torso. This is the same one that we have seen on most of the Elite Triple H figures, which I'm okay with. There's really nothing to complain with this. I like it. I think it's a good body size for this version of Triple H. Some nice looking arms, some basic black elbow pads. There are double jointed elbows here that are pinless. Other arm looks good. You get taped up wrist right here. Taped up wrist and hand on the other side. Does not appear to have any taped up fingers, which is kind of disappointing because the other hands do have taped up fingers, as you can see. So it would be nice to include that. It's not the end of the world. And then we get the 1999, the 2000 Triple H logo on the trunks, which for the most part looks nice. However, the paint application on mine isn't the greatest. It's not the worst. I do see some missing paint right here on the H. Little bit of slight missing paint right there. So it kind of sucks because the shirt was covering up the trunk, so you're not going to be able to pick out the best painted ones, unfortunately, so it's kind of a crapshoot. Backside looks better. And then we get the same legs that we usually get with Triple H. Get some white right here, so taped up knee, standard knee pads right there, and some basic laced up black boots. So the legs are different than the Ultimate Triple H. That one did not have a taped up knee. This one does, so I like that difference. And speaking of difference, let's look at the two bodies, the Elite and the Ultimate Edition, really quick. So yeah, as I said, I do like this Elite body. I've always liked that. I think that's pretty good. Much better than this Ultimate torso, this old version. Looking at the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, looks that high up, that far down, can turn side to side and tilt pretty well. Shoulder goes that high up, rotates all the way around, a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows that are slightly hindered by this elbow pad. Actually, no, I'm wrong. This part of the elbow is a little bit frozen, so I'm going to have to heat that up. So yeah, this one has a better range of motion, slightly, maybe. But what I am noticing, oh no, I hate this. I see a stain. No! Why? Why are we still seeing stains? It's 2023. And there's another one right here. Oh, come on. No. This one's actually pretty shocking. These shirts usually don't stain. I did mention that the NWO Macho Man shirt did stain my Macho Man. That one had a similar shirt like this, but there were other figures that had these type of shirts. The Ultimate Stone Cold had this shirt. That didn't stain, so... Oh, that sucks. At least I can say it is pretty minor. It's not that noticeable. It's not as bad as Jazz wears with their stains on the AEW figures, so... But it still sucks. Ab Crunch allows him to go that far forward, that far back. There's a waist swivel. Legs go that far out, that high up. A thigh cut, double jointed. Knees, rotation at the top of the boot. Ankle goes that high up, that far down, and there is some slight ankle pivot. Alright, here's the new Legends Series 20 Triple H next to the Ultimate Edition Triple H, and the Ultimate one is slightly taller. But if you're wondering how this head looks on the Ultimate, let's go ahead and swap those out. So there's the screaming head, not too bad. Now let's go ahead and check out this one with the hair slicked back. And that one looks okay. The head kind of sits a little bit too high. Here he is next to the Triple H that came in that Jeff Hardy 2-pack. Here he is next to Stephanie McMahon. And finally, here he is next to my custom
China.
Alright, overall not a bad figure, although I am slightly disappointed with the small stains on the upper arms. I wasn't expecting that. Hopefully that is not a widespread thing and that was just mine, but just be aware that it did happen with mine. It could happen to yours. But with that issue aside, the questions are, is this worth getting? And is this better than the Ultimate? Well, as far as better than the Ultimate, I guess that depends on who you ask. If you prefer the extra accessories, then yes, the Ultimate one is the one to go with because that comes with more, but it's also more expensive. As far as looks goes, I think this one wins in that category. It's more aesthetically pleasing. I prefer this torso over that Ultimate body. That was the older version of the Ultimates, which have not aged too well in my opinion. And also, it's pretty disappointing that Mattel did not give us an updated version when they re-released it. They didn't give it butterfly joints like they did with the Ultimate Warrior. So I'm kinda leaning towards this Triple H, but I will say, if you have the Ultimate, then this one is not worth getting because they are very similar to each other. So even though I kinda like this one a little bit more, the Ultimate one is the better figure to have because it is an older Ultimate, so the articulation is going to pretty much be the same as these modern Elites, because back then the Elites did not have the double jointed elbows yet. So if you have that Ultimate, save your money, you could pass on this. If you don't have the Ultimate, then I would say this one is a good one to pick up. So with all that being said, if you are interested in this figure, here in the United States, it is just hitting Target. I literally a few hours ago saw a Fig Heel post that it was found at a Target. I checked Pop Finder, sure enough, it was at one of the Targets in my area. I went over there, they pulled one from the back, so I did get one. So if you are interested, check your local Targets. But with all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Click on the card at the end of the video to see more wrestling figure reviews, and I'll see you next time.